watching ABC Action News in HD with Linda Hurtado, Walt Makaborski, and Dennis Phillips with tonight's AccuWeather forecast.
And good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Thomas.
And I'm Susan Casper. Walt and Linda have the evening off. Pasco County detectives want you to be on the lookout for a robber who's suspected of hitting 2 stores. They have just released surveillance video in hopes of catching him. The man is suspected of robbing a CVS store on US 19 in Holiday and a CVS on Little Road in Hudson. Our Rebecca Medina has the new surveillance tape deputies want you to see. Good evening, Rebecca.
Good evening. Now, officials here at the Pasco County Sheriff's Office are telling us that this particular thief is robbing the pharmacies for drugs, and that alone makes him dangerous.
He is coming up to the counter, giving the pharmacist a note. In that note, he threatens the pharmacist to do bodily harm if the pharmacist doesn't comply with his demands in that note.
Doug Tobin of the Pasco County Sheriff's Office is describing this robber's M.O. Tobin says this guy's been robbing CVS pharmacies in Pasco County, and he says the robber's M.O. is a little unorthodox.
He comes in really casually, really doesn't seem too excited about it, and also leaves casually, isn't in a hurry.
And according to deputies, the crook isn't demanding cash.
He's demanding some type of narcotic.
Officials say this crook hit the CVS pharmacy in Hudson on November 29th, and another in Holiday just 2 weeks later. They say he needs to be caught, and soon.
Where they're walking in and robbing pharmacies, a lot of times it is attributed to some type of drug addiction. And that type of behavior we'd like to get off the streets as soon as possible.
Now, just to remind you what you saw in the video, it might have been a little blurry, but Pasco County Sheriff's authorities here tell us that they believe his dress was a little distinctive. They say that he wore some high tube socks and a button-down shirt and had a very distinctive hairline. So if anyone out there has any information, they're asking for your help tonight. We're live in Pasco County. Rebecca Medina, ABC Action News.
Rebecca, thank you. 2 people are recovering tonight after a plane crash in Sarasota County. Investigators say the single-engine plane was landing at Sarasota-Bradenton International Airport and somehow ended up in the grass next to the runway. They say the 2 people on board were taken to a local hospital with minor injuries. Hillsborough County deputies are investigating a deadly accident involving a semi and a crane. Action Air 1 flew over the scene in the Fort Lonesome area at Highway 39 and Highway 674. Investigators say Jerry Gibson was moving the crane when it pulled out in the path of the semi. Driver of the semi, Julia Combina, died at the scene. Gibson was taken to South Bay Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. St. Pete police are investigating a violent night at Baywalk. Investigators say they are looking for the person who shot a man in the leg last night at Baywalk. Now, police say it started with a fight involving teenagers and then got so out of control, the officers had to use pepper spray to break it up. A second suspect has been arrested in connection with an early morning home invasion on Christmas Eve. 16-year-old David Flanders is now facing armed robbery charges for breaking into a home on North Florida Avenue. Flanders is also a suspect in an armed robbery that same day of a 92-year-old disabled man. Pinellas County deputies say they have shut down a grow house. The illegal indoor farming operation was located at the 12,000 block of 117th Street. That is just west of Seminole Boulevard in Largo. They found it after a downstairs neighbor complained about a leaky roof. According to deputies, when they went to check on the leak, they found 71 marijuana plants in the apartment. So far, no arrests have been made, but deputies are continuing their investigation.
Investigators are working to find out how a tiger got loose and mauled 3 men. One of the men died and 2 others are in the hospital tonight. The Siberian tiger was killed by police. Amy Hollyfield has the latest now on the investigation.
The San Francisco Zoo remains closed today as authorities conduct an investigation into how the 350-pound tiger named Tatiana was able to escape her cage and attack a young man, mauling him to death. The animal also attacked 2 other visitors, seriously injuring them. They were taken to San Francisco General Hospital, where they were treated for bite and claw wounds.
Our 2 victims, I'm happy to report, are doing very well right now. They are in very stable condition.
The rampage began late yesterday after the animal somehow got out of its enclosure, which is circled by a 20-foot high wall and a 15-foot wide moat. Zoo officials are at a loss as to how the animal could do that.
We're still not too clear as to exactly what transpired.
The first mauling took place outside the tiger's pen. The two other men were attacked near a cafe about 300 yards away. When responding police officers arrived, they spotted the animal next to one of her victims.
The animal turned and now turned towards the officers, and it is at that time that they fired.
It's not the first time Tatiana attacked a human. In 2006, the animal ripped the flesh off a zookeeper's arm during a public feeding. The zoo made changes in the cage to prevent that from happening again. Today, the San Francisco police announced a criminal investigation into this most recent incident.
We want to ensure that we gather all evidence.
Tatiana came to San Francisco 2 years ago from the Denver Zoo in the hopes that she would mate with a male Siberian tiger. In San Francisco, Amy Hollyfield, ABC News.
And wildlife locations here in Tampa are making sure a similar incident doesn't happen here. We'll take a closer look in our next half hour.
The race for the White House has come back to the Bay Area with just 8 days to go until the Iowa caucuses. One major contender made a stop in Largo today. Our James Dombrowski was with Republican candidate Rudy Giuliani. Good evening, James.
Good evening, John. You know, if a picture's worth 1,000 words, Rudy Giuliani's stop here on the campaign trail speaks volumes about the status of his campaign in Florida. He spoke to less than 20 people, was here about 45 minutes. Apparently, Florida has become a make-or-break state in his run for the White House. Republican presidential hopeful Rudy Giuliani chose a cramped, stifling room at a Veterans Lodge in Largo for a day-after-Christmas campaign stop in the Sunshine State. He conducted a closed Veterans Roundtable with about a dozen representatives from military organizations in the Tampa Bay area. Afterwards, meeting with reporters, he acknowledged the importance of a Florida win January 29th to his campaign.
It's essential. You ask me, is this really important? Of course it is. It'll be really important to all of us because this is the primary that takes place before, the big primaries on February 5th. Big ones meaning all of them.
Now, Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee, one of Giuliani's competitors, is going to be in the Sunshine State tomorrow. We're going to start seeing this thing crank up 5 weeks before the primary, January 29th. Coming up tonight at 6, what some of these veterans told Rudy Giuliani during this closed meeting that was closed to the press. In Largo, I'm James Dombrowski, ABC Action News.
James, thank you. And to find out more about the presidential candidates, just go to our homepage and click on Democracy 2008.
Now, your ABC AccuWeather HD forecast. Here's meteorologist Linda Gellinella.
Good evening. Hope you've been enjoying the holidays and know you enjoyed the weather for today. It did start out foggy, but it turned into a nice day with plenty of sunshine. And even as we look with Titan across the whole state right now, we are not seeing any precipitation. A few spotty showers that are off the coast of Miami. And enough clear skies tonight to allow some patchy fog to form. Once again, could be dense in some spots. But we're also getting ready for the cool weather to depart. And a warm-up is on the way. How warm? We're talking about temperatures making it to 80. So let's give you a little preview of the weekend already. We know you're making your plans. And it should be at least 80 on Saturday, close to 80 again on Sunday. So temperatures from this point on, they're going up. Here's what's going on. Big area of high pressure in place. This is a decaying old front that's moving through the area up to the northeast. There's an area of low pressure out to the west. There's an area of low pressure. We're in between with high pressure and control. Our winds are going to start turning around more east to southeasterly. That starts to pump the mild air in our direction, and the temperatures go up. Notice with our radar review, you're seeing a big area of wet weather moving through Jackson right now. And it looks like it's heading our way, but it's not. Look ahead with our Titan rainfall predictor, and you can see all the energy with this lifting north and east. So we're actually going to stay dry for the next couple of days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Then we may see some changes by Sunday into early next week, and even New Year's when we start to see a moisture return with a trough and an upper system dropping down from the north. But right now we're going to look outside. If you're about to step out, maybe you're going to go and do a little shopping again this evening. Well, it's 69 right now in Tampa. It's 70 in St. Petersburg, 70 in Clearwater, 69 Brooksville right now, still 72 as we look at Lakeland. But we're going to look at the overnight temperatures. 46 in Inverness and 47 in Brooksville. That's about as cool as we will get. Otherwise, we're looking for temperatures in the low 50s in inland sections. And as mentioned, this is the last night that we're going to see those temperatures on the, shall we say, the cool side. And while we're warming up here, well, we're above the freezing point in New York and in Boston, as well as in Buffalo, but below freezing as you look at Minneapolis and Omaha and over towards Denver. As we look across the nation, we can see those two areas of low pressure I mentioned, the one bringing some stormy weather that was in the Carolinas. They needed that rain. Now that's heading up towards New York City. So a little bout of some rough, wet weather for them. And here's the moisture I showed you before, which will continue to lift north and east and never make it here Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. But another developing system out west says about a 20% chance that you could see a shower on your New Year's Eve. Not to stop any outdoor plans, though. Here's how it looks as we look ahead to your ABC AccuWeather HD forecast for the next 7 days. Close to 80 tomorrow. We make it to 80 on Friday and Saturday, and close to it on Sunday. But then the next boundary moves through Monday into Tuesday, exits on Wednesday, and drops our temperatures, so a little cool down for the middle of next week. And that's your ABC AccuWeather HD forecast. Susan?
Thank you, Linda. Today begins the week-long Kwanzaa holiday, which is an African-American celebration of family, community, and culture. Kwanzaa honors 7 basic values, including unity, self-determination, and faith. The celebration is a commitment to heritage and learning and is complete with a feast and gift-giving.
I'm Jackie Calloway in Citrus Park. Have you ever wished you could turn those unwanted gift cards into cash? We're going to show you how to do just that coming up.
Plus, 2 families were once strangers. Now they share a special connection. Thanks to the gift of life. We'll have their story.
And later, do you suffer from high cholesterol? We're going to show you the power foods that could bring it down. That's coming up.
Hi, I'm Captain Ashley Rivera.
And I'm Captain Matt Rivera here at Camp Victory, Baghdad, Iraq, U.S. Army MIT.
We'd like to wish a Merry Christmas to my parents, Kevin and Linda Powers of Westfield, Massachusetts, as well as my brother, Jody Millette, his wife, Kelly, their sons, Shane and Connor.
I'd also like to say Merry Christmas to my family in Maine, my mother, Mary Ann Rivera in Topsa, Maine, my brother and sister, Sean and Melissa Rivera in Portland, Maine, as well as my father, Frank Rivera, and Lori in Hudson, Florida.
We love you guys.
Merry Christmas.
This Saturday and Sunday only, get the quality and comfort of a ThermoSpa's hot tub at just a fraction of the price. It's the factory sale at the ThermoSpa's factory outlet store. Unbelievable savings on our huge selection of ThermoSpas, the world's largest retailer of hot tubs. New spas, slightly blemished spas, all prices drastically reduced. But the factory sale is for 2 days only, this Saturday and Sunday. The one and only ThermoSpa's factory outlet in Tampa on North Nebraska Avenue, just south of Bears. Call 813-910-SPAS.
Social gatherings are an enjoyable part of the holiday season. Remember that being a responsible host or guest includes sensible alcohol consumption. I'm Dr. Robert Nucci, orthopedic spine surgeon, asking you to buckle up, be alert, and please do not drink and drive this holiday season.
We should secure our border. We should put in place an employment verification system. And then when an employer is thinking of hiring someone, the federal database immediately tells them whether they're available to be working or not. If they're not, you can't hire them. People who are here illegally are going to have to get in line with everybody else with no special pathway to becoming citizens. Legal immigration is great, but illegal immigration, that we've got to end. Thank you. And amnesty is not the way to do it. I'm Mitt Romney, and I approve this message.
ABC Action News puts the brakes on drunk driving. Be safe this holiday season.
It's Genius, Macy's biggest denim event of the year. Get a $10 savings certificate when you make a denim purchase of $35 or more. At our biggest denim event of the year. That's the magic of Macy's.
It's cool when you click on the GTE Federal Credit Union webcam. Move left, move right. You have total control. Check it out on abcactionnews.com now.
And we're following breaking news out of Washington State, where authorities say 6 people have been found dead. Authorities say the bodies were found at a piece of property near the town of Carnation. That's just east of Seattle. Once again, 6 people have been found dead near Seattle, Washington. We're going to continue to follow this story and bring you new information during the newscast.
Many gift givers believed a gift card is the perfect present, but the numbers tell a different story. Take the number 8 billion. That's the value of how many gift cards went unredeemed last year alone. Tonight, our Taking Action reporter Jackie Calloway explains how to turn unwanted gift cards into cash. Hi, Jackie.
Hey, good evening, Susan. $8 billion equals 10% of all gift card sales in America. But now the recipients of all these unused gift cards can turn to the internet and buy, sell, or swap their unwanted plastic. We did not have to delve far into the mall to find men and women alike who can recall receiving an unappreciated gift card.
I did get one to one of the sporting goods stores. I really don't shop over there.
Tony Bush offered up proof that gift cards are not always the perfect present. You've been carrying around a gift card for 2 years.
At least.
Tony's biggest complaint? Getting a certificate to a restaurant or store that she doesn't care for.
I don't eat at any of these places.
Now there are websites that promise to turn your unwanted gift card into cash. Swapagift.com calls itself the leading internet site for buying, selling, or swapping gift cards. You can post your card on the site for $1.99 or trade your cards with other members.
That's a good idea.
The shoppers I spoke with like the idea of being able to unload something they don't want for something they do, like money in their pocket. You think you might go to one of these websites and get rid of some of your gift cards?
Of course.
The downside is your card will not fetch full price, more like 60 to 75%. So if you have a card, say, worth $100, you should expect to pocket anywhere from $55 to $75, which is a better proposition than carrying around a piece of plastic indefinitely. But not all gift cards are created equal. Some come with dormancy fees. Others expire if they go unused. Here are some you should look twice at. According to a report from Maryland's Office of Consumer Protection, Shell is one example. After 1 year, the card decreases in value to the tune of $1.75 a month. Bloomingdale's gift certificates expire after 2 years, and so do Macy's gift cards. If you shop at Claire's, well, you need to know that the card will cost you $1 a month after 24 months of non-use. And if it's lost, Claire's will not replace it. So if you have a card to swap, sell, or trade, make sure it's not too late. Back to you.
Jackie, thank you. Christmas may be over, but the holiday sales are not. Nadia Ramdas reports some holiday sales are getting even better as stores cut prices even further and open earlier.
First of all, what brings you out to the malls today?
Oh, of course, the sales.
It's the day after Christmas, and for shoppers here at Westfield Citrus Park Mall, they say the frenzy is on.
Well, I did get ornaments, and that's for next year for Christmas.
Clothes, sneakers, shoes, whatever we could find. We just want to spend.
With retailers reportedly earning a modest profit sales increase this holiday season, you can bet with just a few days left in the 2007 calendar, they're eager to ink as much profit as they can.
But it's really important to get the old out, get the new in, so it helps us out with the end of the year bills.
Now, if you're planning to use a gift card, experts suggest using your gift card this week with all the discounts. That way, your dollar goes a lot further. In Citrus Park, Nadia Ramdas, ABC Action News.
Hillsborough County deputies say a Grinch is now in custody after breaking into a Tampa home on Christmas. Investigators say Johnny Vigo stole a television, a remote control, and oddly enough, paper towels from a home on West Lambright Street. They say he was found carrying the items less than a block from the home.
Making Hollywood headlines, prosecutors say rapper Young Jock is now considered a fugitive. They say he failed to show up at his arraignment today in Cleveland on a felony charge of carrying a concealed weapon. He's accused of trying to take a loaded gun onto a flight on Sunday. His attorney says his client is out of town on personal and family obligations. A jury awarded country star Toby Keith and his family $2.8 million in damages in the death of his father. The jury ruled a bus company should have repaired the brakes of a bus that slammed into the car driven by Keith's dad back in 2001.
Two separate families, strangers, until they gave each other the gift of life. David Muir has this heartwarming story.
Next to a sparkling Christmas tree, two different families share holiday joy. Joy that just a month ago seemed impossible to imagine.
I said, Mom, don't give up on me.
Eligio Quinones Jr. was devastated to find out his mother needed a kidney transplant. 2 years of dialysis had taken its toll, and time was running out.
I'm scared. I'm crying because I said, wait, doctor, wait. Said, no, I don't wait no more.
But no one in this large, loving family was an exact match. Unbeknownst to them, Jody Kuehl-Nagel's family was struggling with the same problem. Jody had kidney problems her entire life.
About 6 months ago, I got sick.
Basically, the doctor called and said, your sister needs a kidney transplant, and we were floored.
A kidney donor can take 3 to 5 years to find, and Jody didn't have that kind of time.
So it's hard. You know, it's not like asking to borrow $100. You know, you're asking, for a kidney.
It looked bleak for both families, but then the doctors at New York Presbyterian Weill Cornell Medical Center stepped in. Maria's son Eligio was willing to donate, and so was Jody's sister Farah. And as it turned out, they were an exact match for the other family.
Luckily, I was healthy enough, and miraculously, they found this family who were a match for each other, which was amazing.
For me, it was like, I know I'm going to give a kidney and I'm going to save a life.
On December 13th, all four went into surgery at the same time. Now they have finally met for the first time with not a dry eye in the house. Two families, once strangers, now joined by extraordinary gifts.
We were all crying. I mean, the doctors and everybody, I just hugged him for 10 minutes.
The day that we sat down and I just watched all my brothers and sisters and my kids and everything just look at the family, was like, wow, this is happiness.
And that was David Muir reporting. So Maryland families got a different kind of gift of life. Two mothers delivered their little bundles of joy on Christmas. The nurses wrapped one baby boy in a Christmas stocking. His mother says it is the best stocking stuffer she has ever received.
Coming up on Action News in HD, are you one of the homeowners worried about making your monthly mortgage payment? Next, we have some advice that could help you.
Plus, a new price break is spelling relief for families who are stressed about paying for college.
Come see the Drum Major salute the Drum Major for Justice at the 23rd Annual MLK Drum Major for Justice Battle of Bands. The fun starts at 6:15, January 20th at Tropicana Field. Get your tickets today. ABC Action News is brought to you by Allen & Company, Florida's oldest investment firm.
It's the Ross After Christmas Clearance. The hottest prices of the year. Save up to 75%. The Ross After Christmas Clearance. Better hurry before it's all gone.
Tonight, they are people who've inspired us, people who've accomplished extraordinary things, and who've given of themselves for the care of others. Tonight, see why they're our Persons of the Year on World News with Charles Gibson.
For the best real estate click in town, go to abcactionnews.com.
From all of us at Sanderson Farms, we wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And we mean that 100%.
It's the New Year's Spa Sale at Rick Warehouse. 500 spas must be sold in the next 4 days. New models, last year's models, floor models, everything must go. Prices start at $6.99 with payments as low as $15 per month. This week only at Rick Warehouse.
Ode to the new Subway Feast. This ain't a sandwich. It's a runaway 18-wheeler of flavor barreling through Tasty Town. And your appetite is slowly crossing its path. Wham! Freshly baked bread hauling a massive cargo of Black Forest ham, roast beef, turkey, pepperoni, and salami. The new Subway Feast. Watch out. Here comes dinner or lunch. Just don't call it a snack. Subway. Eat fresh.
Finally, a shopping experience you will love. The Nissan Year-End Sales Event. The perfect time to shop for a more versatile bed,
for 317 horsepower and the longest bed available on a crew cab, 7 full feet. The savings are truly special, like $5,000 Nissan cash back on all 2008 Nissan Titans. It all ends January 2nd, so for this season's must-have toys, see your Nissan dealer now.
Some places claim to give you free money orders, but there's always a catch. You have to be a customer, or they're free for a limited time, or you can only get so many. But at Amscot, money orders are always free, as many as you want, anytime. You're okay with us.
The story of Santa's revenge begins with great deals from Alltel Wireless on a free razor or a motor rocker and 50 free songs. But these boys tried to stop Alltel.
Goodbye forever, Chad.
They even smashed Santa's hot tub. But they're working it off.
Hurry in for a Moto Rocker and 50 free songs, or buy one razor for just $9.99 and get one free. Only from Alltel.
In this season of giving, too many homeowners are scared someone may be taking their house. ABC's Betsy Stark shows you what you should do if you're caught in the mortgage crunch.
As more homeowners worry about making their monthly mortgage payments, the Federal Deposit Insurance Commission is offering some advice for current and future mortgage holders. Months before applying for a mortgage, try to improve your credit score. That means not opening or closing any accounts and paying off as much debt as possible. Also, review your credit reports to make sure they are accurate. If you are about to buy a home, put more money down to lower your monthly payments. Be sure to shop your loan and talk to local lenders who will hold your mortgage instead of selling it. They may offer better interest rates. Do a side-by-side comparison of every loan offered, from fixed rate to adjustable. A fixed rate may be cheaper. And be wary of exotic mortgages like interest-only loans. Your payments could rise dramatically. And if you're already behind on your mortgage payments, talk to your lender. Get advice from a legitimate housing counselor, and in the worst case, consider selling your home to avoid a foreclosure that would seriously damage your credit. With the ABC News Money Minute, I'm Betsy Stark in New York.
I'm James Ambrosky in Tampa. On top of everything else that we have to worry about, now safety at the zoo gets added to that list. I'll have the story coming up next.
Plus, the power foods that could help if you suffer from high cholesterol.
My New Year's resolutions are to work out a little bit more, and I need to lower my cholesterol. I want to watch more Jeopardy.
Learn how to cook, because I'm not so good in the kitchen.
You logged on and told us your top New Year's resolutions.
Now we're bringing in the experts
to make sure you keep them.
Get ready for great information and a plan that will help you be a new you. Friday after 2020 on ABC Action News at 11.
You can do it. You can do it.
Good luck to you.
Good luck on yours.
Good luck.